Inflation across the country is at an all-time high. Utah isn't immune from the rising cost of everything.
John Franke took a look at what inflation and higher interest rates mean for the local housing market. John, good morning. What'd you find?
Yeah, good morning, guys. Redfin released a report that lists the housing markets across the country that are cooling off the most. You can see them on this map here. These are the top 10. They are all in the West. Lots of cities in California, Seattle, Boise, Denver. But you'll notice no Utah cities are highlighted on that map. We went to the experts to find out why.
We're coming back down to our normal pace.
But what exactly is normal for a Utah housing market that's been booming?
The metaphor I like to use is prior to the pandemic, we're going 65 miles an hour. We went up to 120, 130. Now we're back down somewhere between 65 and 70 miles an hour.
Dayon Eskich researches real estate trends and housing affordability for the University of Utah's Kempsey Gardner Policy Institute. He says the pandemic trend of Utah homes selling in 4 or 5 days is over.
Today we sit at roughly 11 days.
That's adding inventory to the market, a change realtor Scott Robbins welcomes.
Now's a really good time and opportunity for buyers where they can actually go and look at a house, think about it, process it, and really make an honest, a good, wise decision about it.
Robbins adds this still is not a buyer's market. Home values in Utah continue to grow. In June of 2020, when the pandemic was just beginning, home values increased a modest 6% over June of 2019. June of 2021 saw property values skyrocket with a whopping 30% year-over-year increase. Growth in June 2022 slowed a little, but is still a robust 18%. That means the median home sales price in Utah increased from $325,000 in 2019 to more than $500,000 now. That's great if you're a current homeowner, but means first-time buyers now face a double punch of increased home prices and higher interest rates.
We estimate that roughly 75 to 80% of Utah households cannot afford the median-priced home.
If you can only afford $600,000, now you probably can afford something like $500,000, depending on the interest rate. So, but they still need housing. They still want to get out of their parents' basement.
It's that need for a place to live in a desirable state like Utah that is fueling this real estate market, when others across the country show more troubling signs of slowing.
Utah tends to always attract a little bit more activity during those economic uncertain times because we weather any recession, any pandemic, just slightly better than some other states.
And one more stat for you to give you a better idea of what it takes to buy a home right now. The National Association of Realtors says that the median household income to buy a home is about $100,000 a year. So for many families, that's just out of reach right now.
That is so tough. I mean, it's discouraging for a lot of people. You know, when they're in the housing market and they're trying to buy right now, it's very discouraging.
And the interest rate's not helping.
But no, because it was a little more affordable when they were so low.
Takes away your buying power a bit.
Yeah. Thanks, John.